Valentine's Day is a very busy day for us executive virtual assistants, especially for our clients. So here are some go-to websites that you have to take note of if you are going to prepare a Valentine's date or activity for your clients. Remember, when you are preparing for Valentine's for your client, you should always do it in advance. At least 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance, because restaurants easily gets fully booked during Valentine's Day. So to help you prepare and wow your clients as an executive virtual assistant, here are some websites that you should check out. For those who don't know me yet, I am Mia. I'm the founder of Executive Virtual Assistant Philippines. I am also currently a training and onboarding manager. I'm also a content creator and a public speaker. And I used to be an executive virtual assistant just like you. So let's jump into our websites. The first website that you need to check out is Thrillist.com. This is where you can plan a lot of different activities for your client. This website, it's not just about restaurants, but it's about different events in the city. You can actually search based on the destination or the city. You can check out here, big cities, and then you're going to have Texas, Los Angeles, you have New York, Las Vegas. So this is where you can check out different activities that you can recommend for your client. Make sure that you first get to know what your client's preferences are, get to know what they like to do. You can definitely check out their personal Instagram or Facebook pages to find out more about them and find out what they like to do. You can also stalk their partners and see what their partners love doing. Maybe they have some photos of what they do or what they love to do together. Now, if you don't have access to any of their social media profiles, you can definitely reach out to your client and find out what they want to do on a Valentine's or a date night. And this is where you can find a lot of different activities at Thrillist. You can also check out by city. So if, for example, your client lives in Los Angeles, then here you can find all of the activities that will be happening soon in their area. You can find hotels, you can find restaurants or activities that they can do around Los Angeles during Valentine's weekend. This website is not just for Valentine's, but you can actually use this for regular weekend date night or an out of town that your client might want to do over a long weekend, a holiday weekend. So Thrillist is definitely a go-to website for me. The next website that you should check out is eater.com. This is where I find a lot of new restaurants in town, something that our client hasn't tried out before. This is where I make my research, especially when I was an executive assistant. My first client loves to eat out. So this is where I find all of the new and upcoming restaurants in their city. This is where you can also check out some activities or events that are happening in nearby restaurants so that you can book this immediately. This is where you will find a lot of activities that you can recommend to your client, especially if they are a foodie. The next websites that I'm going to show you are reservation platforms. The first up is OpenTable.com. This is a third-party platform where you can make restaurant reservations for your client. Now, what's very important here is to have a business account. All you have to do is when you sign up on OpenTable.com, it will ask you about their business account. I will flash a screenshot on this screen on that sign up page. But what you can do is you can go to your profile and then you should be able to see your account details. And here it should say that you have a professional profile. So the professional profile is where you're going to manage your diners, meaning you can add different diners or different names. So for example, you can add your client's name, your client's spouse's name, your client's child's name, your name, so that you can make multiple reservations at the same time on the same date. Now, why is that important? Because as an executive assistant, you have to make sure that when you send out recommendations for your client, you can send out you have to make the reservation first, so that once your client decides to book a specific restaurant in your reservation list, they already have a secure table. This is a mistake that a lot of executive assistants make at the beginning of their partnership, wherein they jot down all of their recommendation or their restaurant recommendation list without making an actual reservation. And then once the client chooses a restaurant, then the executive assistant tries to make a reservation, the restaurant is already fully booked. So it's a very, very important that before you send out a recommendation list for your or to your client, you have to make the reservation first. Now, some restaurants would require you to enter a credit card before you can make a reservation because they have cancellation fees. So you have to make sure to read their cancellation clause so that you can make a cancellation maybe 24 hours before your desired time and date, so that without any charge. But if you don't have access to your client's credit card information yet, what you can do on your recommendation list, which I'm going to provide you later on, I'm going to show you a sample of a recommendation list via a Notion page. What you can do is you can put on the notes saying that you haven't made a reservation because credit card is required. This will actually give a signal to your client that just in case they choose that restaurant, there is a possibility that the restaurant is already fully booked. So I really highly suggest that if your client already has an OpenTable account, you can access their OpenTable account. Just ask them to share it to you via LastPass or any password sharing tool that you're using, and then just ask permission to convert that into a professional profile. Now, why should you convert that into a professional profile? Because these platforms does not allow you to make multiple reservations for the same date at the same time with different restaurants. Okay? You cannot do that unless you have a professional profile. So they already accommodated. When I started back in 2021, you have to apply for it. And you have to wait for a few weeks before you can convert, or before they allow you to convert your OpenTable account into a professional profile. But now they already have that upon sign up. So once you sign up, just make sure that you choose that. If you ever forget to choose the professional profile, you can go to your account or to my account page in your OpenTable account and apply for professional profile. Another reservation platform just like OpenTable is Resy.com. Now, for Resy.com, you can also apply for a professional profile, but it takes a lot of time. I've been applying since 2021, and it's already 2025, and I still haven't gotten approved. So it's just very hard to make multiple reservations on Resy. So what I do sometimes is I create multiple accounts on Resy so that I can have multiple reservations at the same time, at the same date. Another reservation platform is Tock.com. Now, I noticed in Tock, these are high-end restaurants that are quite expensive, and they usually, if not all the time, will ask for a credit card before you can make a reservation. And sometimes the credit card will ask already for a prepaid payment. So you have to make sure that you get your client's approval first if a restaurant is using Tock for their reservation platform. Now, as promised, I'm going to provide you with a free Notion template on a Valentine's recommendation list. All you have to do is join my free learning center. The link will be in the comment section below. And once you're in my free learning center, you'll be able to access the Notion page two ways. First is via our home feed. You can see here a current newsletter about planning the perfect Valentine's Day for your client. You can check out this newsletter and read it because I have some great tips for you. And then just scroll down to see here the Valentine's Day recommendation template. Or another way that you can access this, once you're already in our free learning center, you can just go to products, scroll down to step number 8 where it says EVA templates, and there you can see here Valentine's Day recommendation template. All you have to do is click on this template and it will direct you to a Notion page or a Notion workspace. Now, how are you going to use this template? We have here the recommendations list, gift recommendations list. So all you have to do is just enter the restaurant name. You can also hyperlink the website of the restaurant in the restaurant name. And then you can choose which type of cuisine. You can choose whether it's Japanese, American, or Italian. And then $sign, whether it's $1, $3, $1, $2, $3, or $4 sign restaurant. And then you can input the location. Now, what I do in the location, I just put there, for example, 30-minute drive from your house. And then I use the hyperlink feature and link the Google Maps direction from their house to that restaurant. And then I also include a Yelp review link and then a TripAdvisor review link, so that if they want to check out the details about the restaurants, they can do so. And then I also include the reservation status, meaning if I made a reservation, I include there that it's reserved for this time, this date. If there is a confirmation number, I also include that here. And then this is where I also put the reservation status if there is a credit card required, wherein I put credit card required, no reservation made, so that our client would understand that if ever they decide to choose this restaurant, there is a possibility that the restaurant is already fully booked. Same goes for your gift recommendation. So this is a very easy template. Nothing complicated. It's very direct to the point. All you have to do is join my free learning center, which will be in the link in the caption down below, so that you can get this free Notion template and use it for your own clients. Thank you so much everyone for watching this very quick video wherein I provide you tips on how to find recommendations for your client this Valentine season. If you'd like to learn more about how to be an exceptional executive virtual assistant, all you have to do is join my free learning center, or you can also enroll in my paid online course. It's Executive Virtual Assistant Basics. Everything will be in the link down below. If you want more quick tutorials like this, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on all of my other social media profiles. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel as well, and I'll see you on the next video.